Alafia, this is Yeyefini. Iyalode. I am trying to make sure that I am in. Sorry. Alafia, everybody. I am here at the Black Spirit Solstice. And I hope I'm in. Okay, good. So anyway, I'm so excited. Y'all know, stay excited. So today I'm speaking on Ibuaiye, the energy of Ibuaiye. Of many people are finding out about the energy of Oshun through books, music, pilgrimages, internet, and social media, and of course through initiations. And some have traditional understanding of Oshun, but in some of the traditional understanding of Oshun, they're not focused on the avatars or the other aspects of what we call roles in some of the other extensions or the other, I want to call it, other practices. So the diasporic practices of Ifa, spiritual system, also have avatars or what we call roles. And they're the same Oshun, but it's just manifestations of her and going into some specific things about her. And so that's why today I wanted to speak about Ibuaiye. There's so many different roles of aspects or avatars of Oshun, because Oshun is so massive, general. You can't say every river is a river. Every water is a water. And so to introduce myself, I'm saying I'm Iyalode Yeyefini Efumbolade Oshuni Ohun Efumbolade. I have so many other names, but today I choose some of the names that are applicable to this situation. I am the director of the International Institute of African Studies and Knowledge. I'm also the president of Yeyefini.com Incorporated. And so in my work throughout the years as a priestess ordained in Ifa, Yoruba, Lukumi, Palo, Hamitic studies, my role as a priestess is that of a cultural consultant, a cultural caretaker, or cultural caretaker. That's the word, because my work as a priestess is, of course, to initiate, to train, to give clarity as to the power of spirit. And of course, going to Yeyefini.com, you will be able to find out even more. But as a priestess, I've been ordained now in 2021. I will be 50 years ordained in the mysteries of Obatala. And I was ordained in the mysteries of Oshun. I was initiated in Oshogbo, Nigeria in 1989. And in Palo, I am a priestess of Palo in 1997. And so there's other aspects of me, but one of the things that my life has been is to help to bring empowerment to the world. And so my motto is empowering the people to empower themselves and using this empowerment to change the world. And so how I found empowerment and I found my role and my work and my worth and my joy and my passion and who I am is to help people to heal from past trauma that we have brought, that sometimes we think that it's us. And it's really things that we have brought back from our past incarnations, from our family, for some of the things that we came on earth to do. And it will take us to certain places. And so with that, I move, and my life has been a journey of my Odu says that I was born to just travel. Obarafun says that I will always be moving around the world and traveling. And so in my travels, I was able to find the SEI, the Self-Empowerment Intensive, which is my joy, my passion, my ultimate, is that through initiations you're able to, and this is not Orisha initiation, this is tapping into the trauma and the issues and the things that because of the transatlantic diasporic event, we do not know who we are, where we come from, and some of the things that we try to heal. And in coming into the priesthood and coming into this faith, sometimes we come into the religion with some of our trauma and some of our issues. And so my passion and my dedication and my commitment is to make sure that before you go into a place where you are connecting to the divine spirit of your Orisha as a priest, is to get that clarity, get that freedom, get that removal of some of the things that after initiation, without it, you're not able to find that grounding of letting you know that you are getting the Ashe, you're expanding your Ashe, because you're already born with Ashe. You're expanding your Ashe and the work that you're going to do in the world, because you have healed the things that perhaps could come at the most important part of your life to stop you and go into that pain and the shadow of your life. Because we all have shadows, and we look back in a Sankofa kind of way to look back to bring it forward and to move to the future. And so in the healing that we're doing, that's my passion. So as a priestess of Obatala, I always try to bring a place of, you know, forgiveness, and knowing that everything is about connecting to whatever it is that's happening to us. We draw it to us, and accepting responsibility that everything that happens to us and through us and for us, we bring it to ourselves. We have choice, and we bring it to ourselves. And sometimes when we make a statement, and the word that we make may bring things to us that we're not ready to accept. And so everything that happens to us comes through us and for us and to us to serve humanity. And so everything that happens as a priestess of Obatala, I know is connected to something bigger. And at the base of it, to get through the things that's scary, is just to forgive yourself and know that you made a choice and it's okay, but look at the blessing in it. So that's so much about me. I'm the mother of 3 wonderful children, the grandmother of 6 children. My children are initiated priests of Shango, Obatala, and Eshu, and I travel all over the world doing the work that I do, which is to empower the people to empower themselves. So now let's jump into Ibuaiye. So I am so excited about her, because for, as I said, many of us in the diaspora have different avatars of Oshun. And Oshun is Oshun. And my walk in Oshun has been a long one. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I just wanted to let us know that why is it that I feel that it's so important for us to speak about the avatar of Oshun Ibuaiye. Because for me, it starts with my story, which from my initiation, I've always been wanting to find romance and love. And my journey through my life has always placed me in a place where Oshun has always been the link that connected me to everywhere that I'm going. And I didn't know it. I'm looking for Obatala. It's going to give me all of this wonderful, you know, clarity and brilliance. And Oshun is like, no, we're bringing you here to deal with your emotions, to deal with the things that you want in your life, that as a priestess, people are looking towards you to say, well, how come she's a priestess and she doesn't have a man? How come she is able to find people, hook people up, do marriage readings, do all of this, and she doesn't have a man? And it's always been a bother to me, because everything that Obatala, I've asked Obatala, he's always given me Mofedefu, Maorisha, Mofedefu, my initiations to Oshun, and my initiation to Ifa, which has been 5 years now as an, what they call it, Yeyefini, but a priestess of Ifa. And so in that, and then I find so many women who get to a certain age and feel, oh, I'm too old for this. I don't want a man. I don't need this. I don't need a balance. I don't need a partner. This is okay. My work as a priestess is enough. And in your heart of hearts, you always want a partner, because we always share in our life, you know, and this being the spirit, the solstice is such an important part, because this is when you get a chance to go in. Some people go into a depression. That's why I do a cleansing and a fast to clean out all of the old doo-doo, the old concept, the old stuff. So that now today is such an amazing day. It's a day that you get to jump forward and grab some of the things that you've been through. Take your shadows with you. Go inside of yourself and then shut down and make sense of it. So that when the spring comes and you plant the seeds, and boom, you are going to be the power source. And so with this period of going into the dark and going into the closure and going to the exclusivity of going into some and digging into some of the stuff that has hurt you, that have stopped you, that have gotten you scared, and stop you from moving forward with your partnering, this is the time to do so. If that's what you're interested in. I'm not saying that everybody has to be, but when we look at our life as human beings is always about the aspect of our life of human is always the desire for balance, harmony, and joy through partnerships. Because we come on earth not by ourselves. We come on our earth through our parents, that's a partnering. And when we get here, we have partners that assist us throughout our life. And so before we even get here, we have partners in the celestial realm known as our Egbe Orun. And Egbe Orun are our partners, our mentors, our friends, our romantic partners, all of the things that we're going to find on earth. And when we partner, we have the feeling of not being alone, just as life begins with two. With Odu begins with two, and then we form four. It never begins with one. It always waits for the partner and the balancing. And so with Odu beginning with partnering, so that the opposites can attract and the opposites can create, because when you have one and you bring another and you rub that together, you have creativity or birth or new awakening. And so when we attract, we always want to increase and to create and to expand as human beings. And so whether you're partnering in friendship, business, or romantic partnering, we become aware of the deepest part of our inner nature. Our deepest part of our inner nature is always to be with someone else. That that is life force. That is life giving. That is birthing. It always has to have two. And as human beings, we have our heavenly hosts and our heavenly partners. We ascribe to the belief here in Ifa and in African tradition that by a factor of our birth and not knowing who we were and who we used to be, we seek connection on our divine commitment, and our divine community through the recognition and giving service to our Egbe Orun. And so when we give service to our Egbe Orun, we have our heavenly spiritual comrades, our heavenly mates, like our heavenly guides and the guilds that belonged to before we left. And we made that arrangement that we will come back and do certain things. And our Egbe Orun is giving us that sense of always being not alone. That's why when we meditate and we bring such clarity into ourselves, it's our Egbe Orun, and our Ori that is working together to bring us to us. And so when we have our heavenly comrades working with us, of course, we do that through the assistance that we give them so that we can develop a better and greater connectedness to ourselves and others through rituals, of course, that we do to Egbe Orun, and we do connection rituals to make sure that whatever our purpose came on earth, our Egbe, our divine comrade, is following and is with us and is giving us direction in our lives. And so because we have heavenly companions, we are constantly trying to manifest our physical divine partner on earth. That's what you have, that longing. And that's why I don't agree if you feel that, oh, I'm too old to have a partner, or life has passed me by, or I'm in this heaven, I'm such a heavy woman and I'm so successful, because I've heard that before and I believed it in certain parts of my life a few years ago, that I feel that when you're in this faith and you're an accomplished diviner and you have your own Egbe and you all have your own society and you have a number of people that you're responsible for, that it puts you in a place where you're untouchable. And I don't believe that. And I always felt kind of like, man, what's wrong with me? I remember going for a reading and a diviner told me that the reason I didn't have a partner is because I wore long dresses. And one told me that I should show my bosom. Others told me I have been all over the world trying to get the connection to my divine earthly partner. And I've spent thousands of dollars, got initiated to many orishas. and it's always been my question when I ask you to talk to the Odu or talk to the Iki, it's always about, where's my divine partner? How can I find divine partnership? And it's always, kill this goat, get this chicken, do this thing, take this bath, find this person, And so in it always left me feeling like, dang, wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with me, because I didn't come on earth to leave here without wanting something that's important to me and not getting it. And so, of course, after getting involved and getting through my Egbe, became El Egbe, that opened up the road to a whole lot of other understandings and connections. And all of it had to do with leading me to that. So because we have our heavenly companions, we are constantly trying to manifest our physical divine partner, our romantic partner. And this is where Oshun Ibuaiye comes into play. I have several avatars of Oshun. And as I look back on my life, I have every avatar of Oshun has served me well. There are avatars of Oshun that allows one to know the magic of using herbs and how to use. That's what makes me have the ability to create the Oshun sensual, the Oshun sugar, ginger, mango scrub. That is totally from my avatar Oshun Ibu Kole. And the ability that I make soap, that also is from Ibu Kole. And I make charms, and I make different magnets, and I use different things of nature to create. And that is something that the avatar of Oshun Ibu Kole brings to me, that aspect. And then I have Oshun Oshogbo that I was initiated to in Oshogbo. And when I got initiated to Oshun, that Oshun brought me the expansion that the late Oni Olubushe Sijuwade, after my initiation, gave me the title of Iyalode of the United States of America. That was in 1991. And so each time and each avatar of Oshun, it takes me to a different place of my life. And I'm only sharing this with us so that you can see the reason why Ibuaiye is so important to me. So after I received my second initiation into Oshun, or the first initiation to Oshun was through my godmother, may she rest in perpetual glory, Nelida Candela, which is Juan Candela's wife. She's my godmother in Oshun, and she gave me that, and I was able to, through that Oshun, move my children to another place and release myself from some of the things that I had already. It was time for me to move. When I received my initiation in Oshogbo, I became the Iyalode, and from that I was able to open up 5 temples or study groups. I don't want to say temples, study groups, which were manned by my godchildren, and that became another aspect of Oshun manifesting herself to me. And through all of this, I'm still asking, I need a male partner, but my life became so full. And in the fullness of it, I was always doing something. So then Oshun, in manifesting that, then I was able to branch into the understanding of Oshun. Each of the avatar has a mastery, Oshun Oshogbo is about land. And if you know the story about Oshun, that's how Oshogbo came into being. People were building, were disrupting her dyeing pots. And so she gave them a particular place of land. I didn't even know that aspect would be what the Ibu Oshun Oshogbo would bring me. But it was just by divine ordination that after that I received, then the Oni also gave me land. Now, mind you, he doesn't know anything about Oshun Oshogbo and none of that. It was then that he also gave me the title of Iyalode of the United States, but also gave me land that I would be able to build perpetually anything that I wanted to in Yeyefini. And so that avatar gave me that. So it's been a long journey with this Oshun. So now we get to the point where why are we here with Oshun Ibuaiye? Oshun Ibuaiye has gotten me to the point in my life where my career and my work as a priestess, I'm now handing it down to my godchildren and my students, and new people are coming in, and I'm so divinely happy that they're able to take on my practice. And so this is time for me to be for me. So I'm actually at the place, and I wanted to prioritize my personal life and to my divine partnering, and to take me to the evolution as a priestess, a woman, to higher heights. And so in that, I was combined. Oshun is always a trip. This Orisha, Oshun Ibuaiye, came to me because as a medium, and I do misas, and as a seer, I work in collaboration with other mediums. And so I was working with a medium for many years as the person that was my main guide, my main person to possess and help my people when I did the misas. And something happened with him that our relationship instantly broke because of some, not blaming things, but it ended up where he was not as upfront as he could have been. And so out in my frustration and trying to find another medium, and this was a man that was a priest of Oshun. And when it locked me down, I knew then I said, Oshun has got something here that she's working with me. Because everything in my life, when one door shuts, something else open. Even when I'm trying to hold on to the door, no, I don't want to leave you. We've been working for years. And he was like, no, it's time for you to go. So in this, I am introduced to a medium who is able to also go completely in trance and help me in my mediumship retreats, because it happened right before the retreat. And I was like, oh my goodness, how are we going to do this? And so in the mediumship retreat, coming up to the mediumship retreat, when the young man said, no, I can't do this, because he was in a different place of space of doing what he was doing. And so I met this man that's a medium, and our relationship developed. And then I came to him with the same thing that I've been asking for 40, 50 years. How am I? Well, it's been 43 years now. How can I find this divine partner? He says, oh, this is easy. This is easy. And he's a priest of Oshun. There's a long drama that goes with that too, because with the creation of Ibuaiye, which I will speak on within the next 5 minutes, Oshun always plays a role with working with Ibuaiye and Olokun. And so this priest of Elegba showed up to do my, to help me with my mediumship retreat. And we had so many people coming, and we were able to take care of it, and it happened, and it was beautiful. And from then we've been doing misas together. And he said, yes, I will be able to help you by giving you this Orisha, this avatar called Oshun Ibuaiye. I said, my brother, I got 5 Oshuns. I have 4 Oshuns already. And I'm still in the same situation. I got Egbe, I got all of these things, and I still don't have this divine partner that I know with all of my little goodness and sweetness. You know, I am such a lover of love. And so those of you that know me know that that is an aspect of me, is about passion and creativity and music and laughter and love and travel, all of the things that Oshun is about, and bubbly and like the river, and sometimes you get calm and quiet and then you rush again. And so I met this man, and he said, oh yeah, you can get the avatar Oshun Ibuaiye. Well, let me tell y'all, after I got Ibuaiye, you gotta sign up to be on Dating with Yeyefini. I am in a wonderful place in my life and open to all types of good, sweet things. And so that's why with me, anything that works for me, I want to share it. And so Ibuaiye is actually the aspect, the aspect of us that connects to our divine romantic partner. That's her ashe, that's her power, that's what she came into being to do and for us to have. And so if you, through Ibuaiye's shrine and her implements, her tools, it allows us to tap into the divine partnership. Some say this avatar of Oshun is the youngest of all the Orisha. She's associated with love and desire. She represents the passion and the ardent desire that Ogun had for Oshun, and the power of seduction through the senses, through all of our senses of taste and food, and of all of the things that makes us feel and taste and hear and touch and feel. All of those aspects is Oshun Ibuaiye. And so as we know the little story about Ogun, when he was, Oshun was like, oh my God, I like his muscles and what he does with iron, but you know, really, he's not my kind of dude. And so at the end of it, she flirted with him and did all of the things that she has. A long story with her, and Yemonja wanted to have this relationship with Ogun. And women being women and us being partners and friends, we allowed ourselves to be used to set Ogun in a place where, because Oshun says, I'm not attracted to him in any way, but if you are, I can work my charisma and that and make him think that he's with me. Because Yamaja wanted to have children, and Ogun was this strong man that wanted, she's like, oh my God, this is just so awesome for me. But he was turned off by her because he was so in love with all of the undulating movements of Oshun and her song and her voice and her laughter. And so Oshun, the passion that Ogun had, he was so taken out of his mind by this. And he did go ahead, and Oshun and Yemanja worked out so that Yemanja would be able to have her babies. But at the next day, Ogun was so angry, and he was like, oh my God, I still didn't get her. How could I get her? So he went to Eshu and he said to Eshu, you have to help me, because I don't know what it is about this woman. I cannot live without her. I'm just thinking about it. And I'm talking about Oshun. And you know, in all of my stories and my Teaching Tuesdays, I get very colorful because I like to give it to us in a way that we can remember it more so than the way that you can Google a story. And so in his whole wanting her, Oshun would pass by his smithy and she would put on her little stuff. And, you know, Oshun is so brilliant. She's so creative. She knows exactly how to get your attention. And he was just besides himself. So he went and asked Elegba, please help me. Elegba says, well, I'm going to take you to the ocean and I'm going to introduce you to Olokun, because Olokun is the one that can help you to unearth any of the things of the longing that you have. And he went to Olokun, and I'm making the story short, real short. Went to Olokun, and Olokun, he did the ceremony. Ogun did the ceremony for Olokun, and Olokun gave him gold and jewels and shells and crystals and wealth and abundance. And he said, Olokun said, give this to Oshun the next time you see her. You will change her attitude about whether or not she likes you, because you're just a little bit too crude and you're crude around the edges, you know? And, you know, some of us have men that, you know, when they come home, all they want to do is just, you know, oh, baby, I'm home, and sit down, watch a little television, and that's it. Don't have a romantic bone in their body, and you have to then work it through it. That's like Ogun. And Oshun was like, really, if I got to pluck it out of you, it's just too much work. I can't be bothered with all of that. So when Ogun saw her again at the next time that he saw her, she